obviously disappointed. But I've said a lot. We lost the ball, we lost explosive, and we lost penalties. So right off the bat, not gonna have a very good chance to win. I thought the guys' effort was good, but just too many mistakes at the end of the day. Second quarter kind of took on a life of its own with that turnover there on the fumble. We were going in, moving the ball pretty well there in the first quarter and second quarter. Then that second quarter kind of got away, especially defensively. I think we gave up 6 explosive plays in the first half from my notes. So anytime you do that, probably gonna be down. So, we just gotta battle back. I know what everyone's gonna think. Same old UMass. I'm good. We're gonna keep never giving up, and we're gonna see how we respond to adversity. Adversity is a revealer, so we gotta come back next week and go.
Is Ty okay? I know
Yeah, I haven't gotten a report on that. Obviously, he got knocked out. He was in a sling on the sideline, so I just gotta get a report what it is. I didn't get the X-rays back yet.
Coach, first and goal on the 3 down there in the second quarter. Run, pass turns into a run. What's the thought process down there next?
Yeah, down there, the wind is going into the south end. I believe the score at the time was 14-10. We're going to be aggressive, right? We were moving the ball well up until that point, and the book says this, the book says that, but that was a go in terms of the book. So, but still, I thought we could put the hammer down there, and I felt good. I think we got into goal line personnel, and they made a good play, and then obviously they were tricked up on that motion. The guy ran over the top. So I don't second guess that. That's not where the game, because again, I'm looking at it +1 yard line, go. They got to go into the wind, and we got them backed up. So I was hoping to keep them down there. Obviously, on defense at that point, we were okay, and I thought we could pin them down there, have them punt into the wind, get some good field position on the flip around. So I thought that, going for 6 there was better than 3.
Those plays, the fumble, that sequence, the interception down there, you can kind of see how the offense was moving and showing good signs. How about the defense? Where can you take?
Yeah, I think, what ended up happening, which threw a little wrench, is Z went down. We had to move Maya over. D.D. Snyder was out today. He's normally the backup there, so we had to move Maya over, move KB in, and I think a lot of the communication stuff got a little messed up, from the look of it. But we didn't play well defensively. We did not. They know that. I know that, and just gotta keep going. So, but when you give up that many explosives, especially in the first half, I think we gave up. I have it down to 7 total. So our margin was 5, which I think the win percentage for them is in the high 90s. So it's just never gonna work out.
Off of that, in the passing game, were you expecting Evan Simon, and if so, what was it about their game plan?
Yeah, we expected both to play, but I think, just all signs kind of pointed to that. I was with Evan at Rutgers, makes good decisions, manages the game. Ended up getting a single digit for what you want to make of that, in week 4. So we were planning to see both, but he makes good decisions. He's a good player. Credit to them, they put him in situations. 17's a good player. He beat us one-on-one all day. We didn't have an answer for him. A lot of those third downs were going to him. So, but yeah, I think we were prepared for both, but ultimately at the end of the day, we didn't play well after.
Coach, Rocco Griffin really shined in that first quarter, especially. Is there any reason why you guys moved away from him? He had 9 carries in that first quarter, and only 1 in the rest of the game.
No, I think we planned on playing 3 to 4 backs, and just we were rolling. Rock was doing a good job, and. Then ended up what happened. I think the game just got away from us from a point differential thing, and we had to throw it a little bit more. So.
Did they make any adjustments defensively after you did so well in the first quarter?
I think a little bit. I think obviously with the point differential, they could play a little bit more zone stuff and those kinds of things. But I think ultimately, if I look at those drives at the end of the first half, we were touchdown, field goal, turnover on downs, punt. So we had 3rd and 7 there. We started with 2 sacks on the 6th drive. So just the negatives kind of caught up to us. The game kind of got away from us there at the end of the second.
Coach, Brandon came in tonight and he was chosen as the starter. How do you think that he handled the ball tonight?
Yeah, I think Brandon showed us in that kind of first half. He was playing pretty well. The fumble, yes, we got to pin the ball, which was a huge kind of momentum shift there. But I thought he made some good reads, some good progressions. And then it's never easy. When you get down 18-25 and you're throwing it, it gets a little hard. They were dropping 8 quite a bit there, and it gets a little harder. I mean, the red zone interception, we're trying to force the issue, make a play. I wish he wouldn't have done it, but he has to make a split seconds decision on that. So, I'm proud of him. He took some shots at the end. He kept getting back up. So he has a chance to come back and do well next week.
Is there something to build off of with his connection with Jack Long?
Yeah, Gibby is there's a reason the players voted him captain. I mean, the guy's been playing at that level, spring ball, camp. And yeah, I think they have a certain feel for each other. I think the way Jake Calls plays as well has a certain feel for that. So we just gotta keep going. But again, I thought we were established in the run, and then the game kind of gets away from you, and you kind of try to play catch up, and it's never good.
Coach, a lot of anticipation going into this game. What's the mood like with the players after the loss?
Yeah, I think I told them exactly what was going to happen. People are going to tell them it's the same old UMass. They'll make assumptions, but this is why we're all here, right? This is why we're all here. So they got to block out the noise, and they got to keep believing in each other. But today was just we didn't play well enough. It had nothing to do with their effort, their heart, their belief that they wanted to win. Just didn't play well enough. So it's going to take some pride and some belief to get out of it. But I think it's the beauty of football. Got to keep coming back, and we just can't grow weary doing good.
Coach, special teams were very clean today. How important is it to make that a constant this season?
Yeah, it's huge. Derek, that kick was pretty good. I was going into the wind too. Keegan flipped the field. I mean, that's just you were hoping there in the second quarter we had him on the -1, and I think the next drive, right, started on the -6, which that one did result in a punt. But they did a great job. I mean, I've been talking that up. I think we're very prideful in that area. Kez was really close on that punt to get the punt block, so just got to keep going. But that's going to be a weapon for us for sure.
You talked about T.Y.'s injury. How about Nobles, Franks?
Yeah, Nobles will be out for the year, torn Achilles, and Zach Frank is out for the year, torn ACL. So unfortunate there. We got to get back on Z. He went back in, just couldn't finish. Give the kid a lot of credit. T.Y. went down. So yeah, hey, it's what it is, right? It's what it is. It's starting off to go in that direction game 1, but we just got to get these guys back, and then it's time for other people to step up.
What's their future, long-term future beyond this year?
Who's that?
Nobles and Franks.
They're part of the program right now, so we're just got to make that decision moving forward. But I don't even think we've gotten there with them yet. But it's just they both gotten the surgery, and we got to go from there.
Over this next week of practices, what are you looking to see out of the defense to build up confidence in Brian?
Yeah, I just think getting back to the way we've been playing. I think in our scrimmages we've been playing really well. I mentioned on Friday, they were a little anxious and nervous. Started practice, they kind of got going. But you got to remember, they haven't done a lot of winning. So immediately when something goes wrong, that's where their mind goes, and we're trying to teach them to block that out. It's hard to overcome. We got to get it done once, and then it'll start to flow. But I'm confident in Coach Kite, confident in that group. They're all great coaches, and didn't have it today.
Thanks, Coach.